set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So here are the Jaguars now with a long field ahead. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Now ETN to start the drive. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And looking for Cook, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence. Fitzgerald on the slant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And he finds Fitzgerald. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Lawrence. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by Butker is on target after one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Got a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Great effort by Ted Hendricks defensively. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Buying time to his left. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines are raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading this crew out is their electrifying signal caller, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL MVP. You all know him, Steve Young.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They're sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
That throw by Young incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the draw play, Coleman. And he's got some space here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kevin Coleman, 33 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all. I think you're earning himself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? have runs like that.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Opposite.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Another toe for ETN. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Corners are known for their ability to cover, but those that'll stick their nose in against the running game, that's a bonus for any team. And what a nice play right there, tackling him for a loss.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On now to punt, here's Bradley Pinion. Let's take it inside his own 40. Shoves him away. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Young on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Here's Steve Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Young. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Young. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Young. Over the middle, he's got Biletnikoff. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Young off the play fake. And going deep for Hill. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Young, throw right side is caught by Biletnikoff. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pound it with a big back Bettis. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
And some room to work. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on fourth and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the second and third levels, then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Matt Breida taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On third down, Lawrence. That's complete to Smith. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Three-quarters in the books. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Lawrence will throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
But it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Gonzalez. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Ready.
Now Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tony Gonzalez from a yard out. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
57 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Down at the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes a catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Young here to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From Bolitnikov. A touchdown on a kick return and now run through the air, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Escaping the pressure right. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Lawrence to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back. Teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Lawrence will try again after the pick 6. Will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.